What's up, guys? Welcome back to the video. Today, I'm gonna talk about the one time that my middle school decided to handcuff some students. I know that sounds insane, but yes, it's a true story. My middle school was pretty shady, and I have a lot of stories from that middle school. So if you guys are interested, please hit the like, subscribe to my channel to hear some more, and let's get straight into it. For some context, my middle school was a charter school, and if you guys don't know what a charter school is, it's basically a school of choice in a sense. It's not a public school where everyone can go. A charter school, the school decides to pick who goes there and you get to see everything of the record in a sense. So basically, this story takes place back when I was in PE. And so one day I'm sitting down because when we would walk into the PE area, we would sit down against a wall, get changed into our PE uniforms. And then these three girls walk in later on in the class period and they look horribly upset, like they are crying. And so I'm curious, I was a very curious middle schooler. I was like a little bit nosy, I should say. It was a horrible trait. Now I'm not like that, thank God. However, the curious me side of me decided to go out to them and be like, hey, what's going on? I got dirty looks and I was like, great, okay, whatever. And so I proceeded to go sit down and mind my business. However, I had a friend in the class. He goes up to me. He's like, dude, why did you ask him what's going on? Mind you, I was never involved in drama. I was never involved in any like shenanigans back then. I was always a good student. Well, when I mean good student, I mean academically, but I was never involved with the drama, I should say. So obviously, I never heard about what happened. However, my friend gives me a little rundown about it. However, he didn't want to tell me fully because he didn't know every single detail. However, Dee Dee, she was one of my friends back then. That's not her actual name. That was her nickname. Dee Dee comes up to me and she like decides to proceed to tell me everything that happened. Obviously, I'm gonna use some nicknames for everyone. So basically, what happened, it was Dee Dee and some other students, and there were some other students as well that were in the bathroom. They had nothing to do with it, yet they still got in trouble. So it was Dee Dee, Marcelino, and I believe this girl, I'm gonna call her Zoe. So those three were trying to get back into this art teacher's classroom because we called her Miss P. And Miss P always locked her door. However, Marcelino decided to leave something inside of the classroom and he kind of needed it. I forgot for what exactly, but it was something important. So they decided to knock on the door and they get no response. And so Marcelino has like a really bright idea on taking like a hair clip, I believe it was. And she decided to unlocked the door with the hair clip. Well, he attempted to and he never got through. And they were there for like a solid, I say 10 to 15 minutes, I should say. However, when he's trying to proceed to get into the classroom, I believe the principal or security saw to the cameras they were quote unquote trying to break into the classroom. Well, that's what they were trying to do, but either way, he needed something. So I can kind of understand when he was doing it, but at the same time, no. And so as he's trying to get into the classroom, the security comes up through this hidden stairway we had, and I guess he never heard him, or something happened, and apparently they're caught red-handed trying to get into the classroom. So security tells him, "Hey guys, you guys have to go to the office. Like you guys are in trouble. Blah 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 blah." And so they go to the office. They don't think it's gonna be that big of a deal. Like yes, they're trying to get into the classroom, but they believe that Marcelino's how do I say this? Marcelino's excuse or explanation on why was good enough, and to make sense, like it did sound good at the time from what I remember. However, the principal wasn't buying it. So when they get to the office, the principal looks at them and they're having a parent teacher conference apparently at the time. And once they're done, the principal calls them into the room. Mind you, the security grabbed everyone in the bathrooms. He grabbed everyone near the door, I should say, that was within, I see, like 10 feet of the door and he brought everyone inside and then the principal is mad. I apologize, is saying, oh my god, I am disappointed in all of you. I never thought you guys would do this, la 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 la. And she goes on this rant for 10 to 15 minutes about why they shouldn't go into classrooms with no teachers around or try to break in, you know. And after the scolding, you would think that that's it, like it's over with, like it is what it is. They got in trouble, okay, whatever. However, this is where I say my school is shady. So she looks at the kids and she picks out five or six kids that had straight A's, that had really good academics, and told them, you guys can go along to the classroom. You guys can go back to class. However, it was a mixture of the kids who were trying to get into the classroom and a mixture of the kids who were in the bathroom. So she didn't care about the students that were genuinely in the bathroom just trying to use it, and they did nothing wrong. She kept some of them there who were like the average, like grade student, like C's or B's, and she decides to put the blame on those to replace the ones that like were doing it, but they were straight A students. Because in my school, they just wanted the quote unquote educationally gifted students to like have no bad progress on them or like any dirty things on them because that's how bad my school was. Like they would prioritize kids who were more intelligent or kids who had better grades because that made the school look better. And that's a whole different story for a different day. So once those kids are let go, they go back to like yelling at the students who were sitting down still at the office. And the principal tells each and every single one of them to stand up and go up against the wall, and she calls one by one into her office where the security is, and the security officer decides to start putting handcuffs on them one by one. And he was saying things like, "Oh, this is how it feels like criminals like you guys don't deserve to be here. Like this is gonna be you guys in the future." Like he was like mentally torturing. I want to say mentally torturing, but he was saying things that, a 12, 13-year old shouldn't hear. And it was bad, like some of the kids were crying, some of the kids were freaking out, other kids just didn't care. It was a mixture of emotions for every single person. Dee so happens to be one of the students that had like a really bad freak out about the handcuffs because she was a good student, like she would never mess with anybody else. Like she was a really good classmate in my opinion. And so after that happens, she decides to call her parents to pick her up early, from what I understood. Because, after she told me the story, she left right after, because I guess she told her parents to come and pick her up. And I guess she had time to tell me the story while she was waiting. And so when her parents decided to pick her up, from what I heard, Dee Dee wasn't, as happy. She wasn't as joyful like as she usually is. And so her parents pressed her against it, like asking, "Why did you want to leave early? What happened? Are you okay?" The usual stuff, concerned parents do. And so Dee Dee decides to spill the beans on everything that happened in the office, like explain to them, "Hey, like this student got handcuffed, this student got handcuffed." And it just wasn't her that told her parents, like it was like a majority of the kids who were in the office that told their parents and what happened. And it got so bad to the point that the school board heard about it, and the news was actually involved in it. Like it was like a whole situation in itself. Afterwards, from what I understood or what the rumor was around the school, that the school decided to pay off some parents because the school was literally only up for 2 years at this point. And so that would look horribly on the record, I should say. And so, yeah, we just think that some parents got paid off or something was settled, so it wouldn't really get too far into the school board. Because from what we heard, some charges were dropped because they were settled out of court, quote unquote. And so, yeah, the school decided it was the best fit to handcuff some students and threat them and make them feel like horrible, like criminals. And yeah, that was a pretty bad experience for those who were involved. And I kind of feel bad for those who were involved. Again, this happened years ago, and obviously everyone has moved on from that. But still, like, imagine being 12 or 13 and you're getting handcuffed by a random police officer and they're yelling in your ear telling you that, yeah, you're a criminal and people like you deserve to be in these handcuffs. Like, dude, like it was pretty bad. However, if you guys enjoyed the story time, please hit the like, please subscribe, and you guys should tune in. Hit the notification bell for some next stories. I really want to do this, guys, so please hit me with a like and a follow. And yeah, and if you guys don't, your mom's just a hoe. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.